If you're anything like me, and you had your first wow moment in gaming playing Metal Gear Solid, for me it was when I betrayed Meryl because my chubby 10-year-old thumb couldn't press the circle button quick enough. Then you probably looked at Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes as the end of an era. David Hayter is gone, and there's a new voice for Big Boss. Kiefer Sutherland has taken up the role, and I have to say, I think he might be better. He still conveys the gravelly tone that we expect, but the dialogue is delivered in a more human, less melodramatic way. Now don't get me wrong, David Hayter will always be Snake to me, but Kiefer Sutherland is a damn good Big Boss. Different doesn't mean bad. Ground Zeroes is basically a prologue for the upcoming Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pains, and we get to see our first look at a next-gen Metal Gear, and it's a hell of a thing. The story is tragically short. It's around about the hour and a half mark for the main mission. Once you complete it, however, you will unlock a handful of other missions for you to test your skills. The conditions of the game change completely and alter the way that you play, but more on that later. One of the big differences between this and previous titles is that you have no radar or sensor. What you do have are your binoculars. It works very well with stealth gameplay. You'll have to survey an area with your binoculars and tag enemies in order to keep a track on them. This is possibly the most significant factor that will determine your playstyle. There's two main playstyles you can adopt during the game. The first approach is stealth. It's unbelievably tense when you play it like this. The AI has had a massive upgrade in Ground Zeroes, and they'll see you from pretty far away if the lighting's right. The AI isn't shy about calling him back up either. If someone thinks they see you, they'll call it in before they come and check. This means that if you take out that AI, you can't radio in that everything's fine, and a search team will come out to look for you. You'll have to choose if you want to sneak around the security camera and risk being seen by a guard, or silently shoot the camera to disable it and hope that you can avoid the team sent to check on why it stopped broadcasting. Inevitably you will be seen at some point. When you are, time will slow down for a couple of seconds to give you a chance to neutralise whoever saw you, and this will prevent them from raising the alarm. At some point though, you will make a mistake where someone that you couldn't have possibly noticed will get you with a spotlight. This is when you have to go tactical, and this is where the second playstyle comes in. Unlike most of the other games in the series, if you decide that you want to charge in all guns blazing, then you're completely welcome to do that. There's a wide selection of weapons that you can choose from, and the shooting mechanics are responsive enough that you can play this as a third-person shooter. You can even get in an armoured vehicle and start levelling watchtowers. The game looks amazing. I love the character animations, the weather, the lighting effects. It makes me even more excited for the Phantom Pain. Ground Zeroes is designed to be played multiple times and in varying ways. It's largely open world, well, as much as one map can be, and you can choose how to progress to your objective. My main criticism with the game is how short the main mission is. Granted, this doesn't retail at a full price game, but for someone that's played previous Metal Gear games, they'll probably finish it in roughly the same time as I did. Now that's not to say there's no replay value. The additional missions send you back with different objectives, and assassinating a sniper team in full daylight is a very different experience from sneaking into a prison on a stormy night. For me, Ground Zeroes is a revolution rather than an evolution in the franchise. It is an incredibly impressive game with enough innovations to keep the gameplay fresh and challenging while still clearly being a Metal Gear Solid title. I think Ground Zeroes caters to a wide range of gamers with enough flexibility to be enjoyed by almost anyone. I'd say this one's definitely worth a buy.